Sci-Fi Radio.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
We would be honored if you would join us.
It's another Thursday night. That means Docking Bay 94, Season 15, Episode 4. As if that means anything to anybody. I am Sean Obi-Shawn Crosby.
This is Jeff Donoho.
I'm Colleen Kaylee Crosby.
And you are listening to us on sci-fi.radio, sci-fi for your Wi-Fi. That's the URL, by the way. You can go to sci-fi.radio. Go check it out. Also, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, all of those things. It says we're connected. I'm going to believe it. Oh, my gosh. But here we are.
Yeah.
Colleen and I had our 36th wedding anniversary yesterday.
Because we're old.
We are old. And we didn't do much. Although we did go to Shakey's Pizza.
Oh, there you go.
For lunch. And our Shakey's has been closed for a while. They were renovating it. And they decided to lean in a very heavy 80s direction, which was really kind of interesting. So part of it is like good, where you're like, oh, neat. Yeah, that's got kind of like a big old 80s vibe. And then there's another part of it that was like kind of cringeworthy a bit.
Oh.
Where we had like 80s bikini girl posters kind of a deal.
Yeah, it was. We sat in the section that we used to sit in before they revitalized it.
Oh, okay.
And they had made that area into a 1980s sports bar with pinup.
Yeah, kind of. I meant to take pictures of that area, and I didn't.
Yeah.
But I did grab a couple of the restaurant as a whole. They like brand new logo, which is kind of interesting. Kind of old school, and you can see the pizza in it, which is very different because it used to just be a word. It used to be Shakey's, and that was.
I didn't see the pizza slice until you said it just now.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of cool, and so that was like sort of on the back of the building on the way in. They used to have this like sort of festive outside thing where they had a framework around it with a checkerboard, like brown and red checkerboard. It actually looked a lot like an airplane hangar. And I think a lot of the decorations leaned hard into the airplane hangar thing, too, because it was right down the street from the old Hughes air plant. And we're near LAX. There's our IHOP down the street also used to have an airplane theme, which honestly I miss. They changed it, and it was done so well. It had so much history of the area in it, and they had some model airplanes hanging from the ceiling, and it was just nice. And I was really disappointed when they renovated it, because now it's all just sort of the, we're America's pancakes kind of thing.
Yeah.
It definitely lost a lot of character.
Especially when they put up pictures of their pancakes. I'm like, seriously? We got a menu right in front of us, and we're about to eat those. So, so that was kind of dumb. But the Shakey's Pizza restaurant was kind of fun. They had we support our local police thing with an LA badge on a plaque. But if you look at the pictures surrounding it, they are anything but the local police. This is Police Academy pictures, which are funny. And it looks like they're all signed except for the Steve Guttenberg one.
Oh, what the
Well,
heck,
that
Steve?
jerk.
Right, we're going to have to get Steve Guttenberg on. I follow him on Facebook. I'm going to send him a note to ask him what's up. Come on.
Like pizza?
They had... like trapper keepers and school supplies and stuff all over the thing, like bolted. This is a beam above the restaurant, and this was the Star Wars one, but they had a whole bunch of other ones that and of course, if you were a kid of the 80s, trapper keepers were huge.
Oh yeah.
The 70s and 80s. By Mead, I think, made those. They had a ad for the old NES Star Wars game, which was kind of fun. And so they had an arcade, but none of the arcades had good games in it. They were all modern things. Which
it was weird. Like they had the Galaga ship that they made out of the
cassette tapes.
But they didn't have a Galaga game.
Right. So this was in a hallway that was like leading to the game room, and the game room was just dumb. Like it was so lame. I didn't even take any pictures of it. But they did have things where they had these sort of like murals. So here's a bunch of old NES games and guns and things, and this was on one wall, which was kind of funny, and they had taken these cassette tapes and they basically made a mural out of them. And so like here's the cool sunglasses with the old 80s Walkman and boombox things glued to it. But I don't know who put these together, if it was the restaurant or some artist or something like that. There's like a guy who goes out and does this because like unlike Disney, like if you go to Disney and you're waiting in line in Disney, they will glue the heck out of everything so that everything's like really rock solid. In this case, you could walk up to each of these devices and open them. So like the CD player door opened, the cassette player doors opened. It was weird. It was like they forgot that people were going to go mess with it in that way. Because I did. I went and messed with it that way.
Naughty.
And this is the Galaga ship Colleen was talking about, made out of cassettes. And here's Colleen trying to read all the cassette labels. But, you know, I mean, I love this. This is super, super clever. And if, like, I were rich with a giant game room, I would totally do this. It's very cleverly done. And actually, it reminds me especially of the old TRS-80 graphics that we had to do, which were not in color, but instead of having square pixels, we had rectangular pixels. They were 2 by 3, and so you had 6 pixels that would be like on or off, and you had to choose which ones were on or off to make your sprites. And programming a game was just awful on the TRS-80.
Yeah.
I could do it, but it was a mess. And then the it's just gonna go away for me. Well, thanks. Let's see, get to where we were, and then like, you know, they just sort of like nailed Cabbage Patch Kids to the wall, which was funny.
What the heck?
And do you remember this guy at the top? He was like My Monster or something.
Yeah, My Pet Monster.
Yeah, which was really funny, and I'm like, oh, it's like, you know, complete 80s. And then they had, you know, lots of movie posters, lots of lunch boxes. It was kind of a fun, festive environment. The food was what you expect from a Shakey's. It was like okay pizza, decent fried chicken, good salad bar. Salad bar was very good.
I don't know. I didn't find the salad bar to be all that exciting.
I thought it was all right.
It was very, it fit the theme of the 1980s.
Yes.
It was a very good salad bar for the 1980s.
As that was my job in the 80s, was to take care of the salad bar at Round Table Pizza, and it was adequate, I thought. And they were really good about restocking everything.
It was adequate for the 1980s.
But I'll tell you, this reboot, the sort of you know, renovation that they did, apparently worked, because this place was jam packed.
It's rebranding.
It was crazy, because when we used to go there, it was a ghost town, and you would like sit in the corner of a very quiet room with like maybe one other person in there, and although I feel like the food was maybe a little better.
I don't know whether it was or not. I feel like their pizza was better.
Yeah, I did too.
The Mojo potatoes seem to be about the same.
Right. Which is what these guys are known for.
Yeah.
Mojo potatoes.
But I feel like the pizza could have been better. It was like
yes.
They
Agreed.
used this oddly saltine cracker
very thin
texture
crust.
dough.
Yeah, very thin crust. We are also very thick crust people.
But it was particularly like a saltine cracker.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was fun, but not the food isn't outstanding.
Right. Yeah,
know,
you know,
we're-
it's
we're
it's
good
a
to go
chain
there for-
pizza place. We went to Round Table not too long ago because they opened one in the mall down the street from us, and it was not as I remembered it. I was very disappointed in that. It also smelled
Okay.
weird.
Yeah, it smelled weird.
Our Round Table used to smell kind of weird too, which I think is the problem with having very fresh ingredients. Is there's a certain shouldn't call it an odor, I guess, but there's a certain odor that it had. Let's see. Dawn is here. I spent day at Disneyland with Dawn this
Don
week.
says
Very fun.
he caught your cough, but he couldn't have caught it from you because you got it from people smoking on you.
Yes, which would be bad. But yeah, he had to put up with me coughing all thing. I've had it for about a month, and it's been pretty crappy. Let's see.
Budala.
Budala's here. The Lady A. Alan Kalachi is here.
Lori Procopio.
And Linda is at Comic-Con. Very cool. I may or may not be at Comic-Con this weekend. I'm not on any panels, but I might help with the masquerade. And
There you go.
they gave me it's kind of weird because it's always like, you know, everybody plans for Comic-Con, and then sometimes I just like jump in my car and go down there and help, which is a very weird thing to do. But it's also kind of flattering because I'm the fallback MC, and I have to tell you, MCing for San Diego Comic-Con, which I have done before,
Yeah.
is it's like nothing else. It's insane. You have an insane audience out there, and they're very belligerent, and they mess with you.
Yeah.
And so their MC, and the one that they hope makes his train, is Phil Folio from Girl Genius, among other great comics over the years. He used to do Phil and Dixie, which was the comic strip that was in the Dragon magazine, the old Dungeons and Dragons magazine that they used to put out. And anyway, super talented guy, and he and his wife Kaya sometimes do a tandem, and they're lovely people. And I hope they make it, but just in case, I've been put on alert.
Oh, boy.
So yeah, and Jeff has helped me out backstage too. We've both gone and been the Swiss Army knife guys, where
Yeah.
like something happens and we're there to help, and we like that.
Yeah,
It's
pretty much.
good. It's
Yeah.
a good thing. I do not mind. So if I may see Linda at Comic-Con, or I may not. I don't know that I'm
Yeah,
going
well.
yet. But that's that cough that.
So, you had a nice time. You went to Disneyland twice since we last met, because you went last Friday and then you went again on Tuesday.
I did. I went. So the weather was terrible last week in terms of heat, and I always feel bad complaining in Southern California because it's generally beautiful here all the time, but it does occasionally get a little too hot. And lately, it's been extremely humid. And honestly, that's the killer. Is the humidity? It's just awful. And there's a problem with places like Disneyland because they become a giant heat reflector. There is so much paved cement that it just reflects back up to you. And so it might be 83 in the surrounding area of Anaheim, but once you get into Disneyland, it'll be like 91, 92, 93 because it's just retains this heat, which is kind of nuts. And so Colleen, being wiser than I, is like, you shouldn't go on Tuesday. You shouldn't go on Wednesday. And so we kept canceling reservations and decided to go on Friday, which very conveniently put me there for the 71st birthday of Disneyland. So the park opened on the 17th of July in 1955. They've been celebrating the 70th anniversary of the park, which they are now beginning to dismantle to get back to business as usual and taking down all the 70th anniversary stuff. And it, I had a nice day. It was quiet. There weren't a ton of people there. I walked in and immediately ran into some friends, which was nice. I saw Eddie, who goes by that indie hat guy. He used to be a skipper at the Jungle Cruise, and he was there with a couple of his friends, and we hung out with them for a little while. And I just went around and looked at old parts of the park, and they were doing a giveaway for Magic Keys, which if you went in and you showed your Magic Key and you had a reservation, you had to have a virtual reservation to do this.
Not a reservation to get into the park, but a reservation to
For this
do
event.
the activity.
Yeah, and so you had to do it on your phone, and if it registered, so like I did it at 12 noon when it became available from the house, hadn't left yet, did it from the house, got to Disneyland at, I don't know, 1:30 or something like that. They saw me at about 4 o'clock, and what they were giving away were these license plate frames that said, Magic Key Holder, and had little characters on them and things like that. I'm very on the fence about things like this because I, as a Magic Key Holder, would prefer that the keys were cheaper instead of, like I have a Star Wars car. I'm not putting that on my car because it's not going to go with the theme of my car. But I suppose if I just had like a, Toyota Celica or something, I might do that. And it's also, I think, a stopgap measure for Disney, where usually they send you magnets. We have a bulletin board magnet over here with like 5 magnets that they've given you as Magic Key Holder or whatever, and they send a new one out to you every year. But the problem is people steal them off the cars, and this goes back to when you were an annual pass holder, and they used to give you the annual pass holders magnets. In the parking lot of Disneyland, someone will take it off your car on the way back to their car, and it's easy because it's just a magnet. Just boop, it's gone. So this is a thing that identifies you as a Magic Key Holder that you can bolt to your car. It holds your license plate in. There are 2 screws through it, and so someone has to unscrew your license plate to get it, or they're going to have to snap it off, which is not going to be good for anybody. So I feel like this is Disney's sort of response to the magnet theft, which people are usually very upset about when it happens.
Could be.
Yeah, so
That's why you put them on your refrigerator.
right, they stay in your house and not on your car. And I'm always surprised when I see people who put them on the car. I would put like a layer of double stick tape or something on it where I'd mount it to my car. And Colleen's had problems with magnets on her car where the magnets deform and fall off, which is really pretty terrible. We've had some really neat magnets on the back of her car, one of which has been there for many years and is doing fine. The other one lasted like a year, which was really bad. And of course, they go through phases where they sell these and they don't. And so getting a replacement for her magnet was not possible. So, there's a complication about all these things. So I went in with my reservation, which was at the old launch bay across from the Autopia and the Subs where Jeff works. And we went in through the store where it was air conditioned, thank goodness, and wandered through there. We came out the other side. They checked our ID like 4 times, which was kind of crazy. And then they gave us the frame, which was just in a little plastic poly bag. And we had our choice of a fruit bar or a chocolate-dipped Mickey bar for ice cream. So, and that was my real purpose for going, was the ice cream. And in fact, I was in Galaxy's Edge a while later talking to some cast members, and I had the license plate frame in my hand, and somebody came up and they're like, "Oh my God, you got it! How did we tried to get a reservation? How did you do it?" And I explained what I did before even leaving the house, is securing my thing, and they both tried to get it. They couldn't do it. And I'm like, well, they had boxes of these things. So if you come back next week, they should still have them. And
Every day.
They're like, we can't come back next week, and we're going to totally miss it and whatever. And I just kind of went, well, why don't you take mine? And I just gave them mine. And the cast members were like, I can't believe you just did that. I'm like, why? I mean, they'll probably appreciate it more than I do.
And it made your wife happy.
Right. And I told him that too. And like my wife's gonna be happy that I didn't bring it in the house, because all I would do with it is take one of my old license plates and put it around that and stick it on the wall. I've got like a license plate over here from one of my old cars, and it's whatever. It's not a big deal to me, and it's not like I'm gonna keep it for 20 years and sell it, because who cares? But so that was a big part of the day, and I met some nice people in line, and there was air conditioning, and I got to look at our old Carousel of Progress building as Florida shut down their Carousel of Progress. So that was kind of interesting. I miss the Carousel of Progress, and that we hit the 250th birthday of the country. I miss that we do not have even America Sings, which is what replaced the Carousel of Progress at Disneyland here. We had the Carousel of Progress was taken out of Disneyland and sent to Florida, and it's been there ever since. And we had a show that was about American patriotism, and it lasted for many years. And then they took it out and cannibalized it for other things, like the...
Okay, there we go. Piece of
What happened?
garbage.
Something happened.
The world may never know.
I know.
I'm back. Okay, there we go.
What happened? You
Jeez
got your
Louise.
mouse to work, or...
Nope. The computer was not actually plugged in. Sparrow had taken it downstairs earlier, and I think somehow unplugged it all from the power strip, and it's low battery. You're going to lose everything. Oh, goody.
And then
So-
Jeff just went off the air. It was really weird.
Yeah. The mouse still doesn't work, by the way, so I have nothing to know about that.
Well, yeah, it's, sometimes they die. Colleen is using my old mouse. That is it's a media mouse. It has buttons for play and pause and fast forward and skip and like all
Yeah.
these extra buttons on it for
Does
play,
it?
playing your music. And I've gone through like 4 or 5 of those, and I still have one in the package that I have yet to open. But they
I've
haven't.
never used these buttons at all.
I use them when I DJ. But Colleen when Colleen started working from home, she needed a wireless mouse, and so I gave her mine.
Oh, gotcha.
But it's the one I usually take with me to DJ at
Okay.
at conventions and stuff. So,
Sorry.
yeah, happens.
Huh.
It was COVID. Getting another mouse was a real pain in the butt. And it seemed to work okay for you. So
Yep.
anyway, so nice trip to Disneyland. Weather was
Cool.
nice. Didn't do much of anything except the rides had really low lines. Like 5 minutes to get on Smuggler's Run. It was like 5 minutes to get on Star Tours. 10 to
Okay.
get on Pirates. 13 to get on Haunted Mansion. That's the lowest their time goes is 13, which is pretty funny. And yeah, so I've actually, because the things have been so light, the lines have been so light, I have been doing more rides. And so when I went with Dawn this week, there's a bunch of stuff he hadn't done. He hadn't done Pirates yet to see the new edition.
yeah.
And he hadn't seen Soarin' Over America. We went and did that. And single rider lines are great. So, we did some single rider stuff, getting in and out. Also, Don and I had a very relaxing trip where we didn't do much of anything but hang out, which was good. Had a little food. And I saw our friend Roberta just briefly. She's nuts. She was getting ready to fly to Vancouver for a cruise the next day, but she's like, oh, well, I go in and check on Disneyland. And I think in between going to Disneyland and flying to Vancouver, she was planning on giving platelets or something at the same time.
my
I'm
gosh.
like,
Wow.
you're not going to enjoy your
Jeez.
cruise. You're going to be passed out. I have to get back to giving platelets. I haven't done it in a while, or blood. I've been on some medication, and I don't like to go when I'm on meds. I'm not
Gotcha.
sure. They might not even take you, and they're weird. They're like you can give blood in a lot of cases, even if they end up like not using it. They're just like, okay, thanks for the donation. And then they're like, we can't use his blood. So, but yeah, I keep meaning to go back, and they keep sending me emails going, please, we need your blood type. Vampires. They're vampires, I tell you.
Yeah. Gosh darn it.
That's
These
pretty
blood
funny.
suckers.
Chris Marvel popped in. Ice cream. Yeah, we were talking about ice cream. Chris Marble makes ice cream, by the way, with
okay.
liquid nitrogen at the conventions.
He makes fancy ice cream.
Yeah, it's really good. Good stuff. Oh, and Mario Marino popped in. He's a friend of mine from high school.
Oh, look at that. What the world?
He was talking about we were talking about cruise ships here. He was talking about the horror of some cruise ship stuff. People perpetrate bad behavior on cruise ships for some reason because I think they forget where they are.
Yeah.
And we encountered it a little bit on the Queen Mary, Colleen and I, where people a couple tables away were complaining about how the celebrated chef on board the Queen Mary had stolen his recipes from Applebee's.
This is the Queen Mary 2, by the way.
Yes, Queen Mary 2.
A working ocean liner.
The actual ocean liner that sails.
Okay.
And I think Mario was talking about how a woman was sort of sitting there with her leg up on her lap in the dining hall at her seating, using a fork to clean her toenails.
What? No.
Yeah, isn't that gross?
Who? Gross.
I did not ask. I didn't get a chance to respond. I just saw the post.
Oh, that's really disgusting.
But he,
oh boy.
I mean, it could have been a Carnival cruise, booze cruise or something. But
gross.
Isn't that awful? People just forget, man, where they are sometimes. It's really disgusting.
Oh, Eric and Liz popped in over on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Usually it's on.
And Mario is requesting that we do a whole show on how to get into Disneyland, the best days to go, special days for Southern California folks, which don't really.
Well, they do. They have special tickets now.
They still happen.
Yeah.
They just put some $79 tickets on sale.
But it's not Southern California. It's Anaheim.
I think it's Southern California.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll have to check because they do a Southern California
and they have
by zip code,
They have the nighttime ones too.
which are sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah, those sold out in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, kind of nuts. But Mario, we could definitely do that. We'd have to plan that in advance. It'd be a good show to do when we're not on the air. Which next week, by the way, we're not going to be on the air.
So, Anaheim resident deal is $71 for a one park ticket, $104 for a park hopper. They're valid now through October 8th, but you have to be a resident of Anaheim, not Southern California.
Oh, of Anaheim. Okay.
And then there's the California resident ticket deal, which is the one that I took advantage of in January. They had 3-day tickets that were as low as $83 a day.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the evening ticket, which is 5 hours for $59. I thought it was more than that. But those sold out almost
they went
instantly.
Really fast.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see. I haven't seen an impact on those yet, but they're also certain days. It's only like Monday through Thursday or something.
It's Sunday through Wednesday.
Well, I have seen an impact from those.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What have you seen, Jeff?
It's a lot busier where I'm working. That's how busy.
Okay.
At night, it's a lot busier. Normally, we're not slammed until like 11. So.
That's funny.
You mean you're
that's the
continually
difference.
slammed all the way up until 11 p.m. or you get slammed at 11?
Up until about 11 or so.
Oh, wow.
Because we're getting hit, and usually we're not. Usually it slows down after actually it slows down normally, like fireworks or just before fireworks, it'll slow down a bit. And then, there might be a few people that come on after the fireworks, but it pretty much dead from that point on. It slows down. But because of this nighttime thing, no. It's
I have not been staying particularly late. I'm trying not to overdo it because of the coughing issue I've got. So I've been leaving relatively early. So I haven't seen the big influx of people as yet. So interesting. I mean, and certainly if they've only got 5 hours, they're going to want to maximize their thing. So
it's that final hour they're running off to Space Mountain or something,
Right. Disney's really funny right now because we think of them as a media company, But if you look at their books, Disney has become, especially in recent years, a theme park company that also makes movies, because the theme park is like 55% of their entire profit
It
area.
was the cruise ships actually making the most money. Did the theme parks suddenly jump back up?
Yeah. Unless they're rolling the cruise ships in with the theme parks for some reason.
I don't know.
But yeah, so I saw a chart someplace that was kind of crazy, and it's like they make more money off of their theme parks than they do off of the films, which is kind of easy to believe when you look at the cost of things these days.
Yeah.
You're just
Disney
like,
theme
"Ugh."
parks make significantly more money than Disney cruises.
Yeah.
Um,
It was like flipped like a little bit ago. don't
I
know,
could see
like,
when the
how
Disney
long ago.
cruises were new,
Yeah.
that was probably
Yeah.
a thing. So interesting.
Yeah.
Jeff, what have you been up
Yeah.
to?
I don't really have anything.
Right? Well,
I've just been going to work and coming home and trying to sleep and recoup. Like I have today and tomorrow off, and it's trying to get as much rest as I can before I go back into work.
Yeah,
yeah.
working
I'm sure
and chilling
the
is
heat
good.
really takes it out of you too.
Yeah, the heat is not fun. No, the heat has been horrible. And
Yeah.
I've been on Nemo most of the time, but it doesn't matter right now because it's still
Yeah.
hot and very muggy, very
Yeah,
humid.
the humidity is just
Well, and
gross.
being right next to the sub rides means that you get direct humidity from the water that's right there, and that's always tough because it's always kind of humid over there. But yeah, this is particularly tough, and it's really too bad. The ride that you work in has something they call the outpost, and I know I'm explaining for other people. And the outpost is a little room that you go into where if you can't climb the stairs to get in and out of the
Or
subs,
if you're claustrophobic, or
right,
yeah,
and you have some reason that you shouldn't be in the submarine, you can go sit in this little room on a little bench where they show you the ride on a
yep,
screen, and you can have the same kind of experience. You're just not in the submarine.
yeah,
But the benefit of this thing is that it is air conditioned like
hmm
nobody's business. Like you get
yep,
icicles off your nose coming out of there. And so it's this sort of secret little thing where if you can get them to let you in there, you can spend 15 minutes in
oh yeah,
glorious air conditioning.
yeah,
And it's
yeah.
too
The
bad that
problem,
you as a person who works the ride can't like just duck in there because
yeah,
nobody monitors you when you're in there. They put you in there, they say good luck, and then they go back to work.
pretty much. Yeah,
Uh,
the subs are air conditioned too, but the trouble with it also the room is there are two benches. They're not very large. So they would fit like two people basically per bench, and there's a space between them. So if you want to park
for
like
wheelchairs and
your
stuff. Yeah,
wheelchair, whatever in the middle, yeah.
yeah,
So you can get like five people in there or something. Not a whole lot of people, because then if there's more, they're standing in the back, whatever.
right.
And on some days we've had it where weekends where we'll have like one group's in there, then there's another group that's going to go in, another group behind them, another one behind them.
Hmm.
There's like a long stretch of people, groups waiting to go in this. They're going to be waiting there a long time because it's
Right.
like 15, 20 minute long
Well,
for each one.
I mean that's sort of fair. You'd have to
Yeah,
wait in line for the ride anyway, and that's all
yeah.
right. It's just the fact
So
that it exists,
yeah,
I think, is pretty nice, and the fact
yeah.
that you can like get some very focused AC
hmm
on you, and it's too
Yeah.
bad the employees can't just like walk in, stand there for
I
a
know.
minute, and then walk out.
Randy
Yeah. Well, we
Garcia
have
brings
the
up
office
that
has it.
a cast member threw his keys and walkie-talkie in the rivers of America and then jumped in, took his shirt off, swam across, and climbed out.
Recently?
Sorry.
Today.
Wow.
I guess
Yeah,
he wanted to
on
leave work.
July 23rd, Disneyland cast member reportedly jumped into the rivers of America in
Well,
half his uniform after throwing in his keys and walkie-talkie. It's unknown if he was disgruntled or experiencing a mental health episode or overheated.
Was it his last day?
I mean, it is
Probably
now.
now.
Right, but I mean, like that's a last day sort of thing where it's you're like, I used to work the.
But throwing the walkie-talkie in—that's bizarre behavior.
And
yeah,
keys.
I understand. I get it.
And keys.
Yeah.
You don't throw your keys in the rivers.
It
of
was probably
America.
work keys. Probably not his.
Yeah, but I mean, you'd think he would have left those on shore, gone for his swim.
Well, those are things that they will charge
No.
you for.
If this is if this is a work walkie, and these are the keys that are for things at work, and you're mad at work,
Yeah, if he was disgruntled, then definitely.
Yeah,
Or
that's
if
what
he
I
was
see.
mentally
It's like
ill.
he just
also.
like, screw this, I'm taking a swim. I'm gonna walk out, and whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's dangerous as heck to do that.
Oh yeah. Well, and
know?
kids have certainly gotten themselves in trouble by doing that.
There's a video of him swimming.
He was on Instagram, I guess. Disneyland's
Oh, my
under a heat
gosh.
advisory until Monday. It was 90 degrees today.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I mean,
it's been
but-
toasty every day
but
that I'm working.
yeah, the
Every
problem
single
is
day been
it's
hot.
not as deep as you think it is, and it is also one of those things where there's tracks in there. There's all sorts of
Yeah.
things that'll mess you up, and of
Yeah.
course they do things to the water. They dye
there's
it
like-
and they do things.
yeah.
Like
There's
people
a floating green dye.
people
basically, in the water.
generally are not supposed to be in
Yeah.
there. Here I've got Colleen's video here, and I mean, admittedly, it looks nice. But so he took off his shirt, left his pants on, shirt and shoes were off, and then he jumped in to take a swim. That's nuts. And I don't know. His uniform looks like custodial.
Yep, that's custodial.
So
That is totally custodial. I'm sick of cleaning the bathrooms.
right, I'm tired of picking up trash, whatever it was. It's at least he's a reasonably fit guy, and I imagine he knows how to swim.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but
Thanks,
that's
Eric. Yeah.
that is a career-ending move.
Yep. That is. You do not want to. No, that is
Wow.
definitely something. People ask me at those subs. So you want to just jump in there? No,
No.
It's like
not really.
it's like the guys who get to the airport and they deploy the slide on their plane to get off the plane onto the tarmac because they've had enough, right?
Yeah.
That's really a very interesting move,
Yeah.
and I don't see security waiting for him.
Oh no, I'm sure they're on the way.
Oh, I'm sure they're on the way. Yeah,
You
I
can see
do
them in the
know
video,
a
but I'm
few.
sure they're on the way.
I do know a few security people. I'm gonna have to ask what the scoop is behind this. Thanks for pointing
I
that
know
out,
someone in
Randy.
Custodial.
I hadn't heard.
I'll send them a message too. See what
Yeah.
happens.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I hadn't.
yeah.
I hadn't heard about this one at all.
Well, it just happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
just literally
it happened today.
Right. Right.
Yep.
But usually this stuff
I understand
shows
though,
up.
because it is
Shows
hot.
up in my feed.
I mean, you stand there baking under the sun in that costume, and you can choose not to wear an undershirt if you want, I guess, for the costume.
Right.
I don't. I wear an undershirt because I don't want to have to keep changing out the shirt every time I wear it, because or wash it myself.
Right.
So I just wear the undershirt. That pretty much, it's just the undershirt's taken all the brunt of the of the attack, so to speak. So
At least your costumes, you have better control over your costumes than they used to have.
oh yeah.
So
Depends where you're at too. I mean, like Nemo and Otto, you can wear shorts. There's shorts that come with it now for summer. But if you're like, say, Buzz Lightyear or Star Tours or Space Mountain, you don't get to wear shorts, mostly because the majority of your job is indoors. Sometimes you're outdoors, but mostly it's an indoors or an air-conditioned environment.
right.
You know.
Oh my.
Monorail, I would think, should have shorts. I gotta see if they do. I don't know if they, I don't think they do.
I've seen monorail guys in shorts. Yeah,
They should,
yeah.
because monorail is not air conditioned. That's why it closes down on hot days.
Wow. Vicky Skidmore says that it was 115 degrees in La Quinta today. La Quinta's out by Palm Springs.
That is
Oh boy.
too hot.
Oh boy. That's like cooking people.
Yeah. I remember we have done some things where we've done, Star Wars charity costume events, and it was really, it would get really hot, like in Griffith Park and stuff like that. It would get super super hot.
The Jethawks.
Yeah.
The Jethawks was like the worst I've seen for heat that I've had to do for, Rebel Legion or whatever.
Yeah.
Sometime, or even the Air Force base, whatever that, or Navy base that we're going to.
Oh, El Centro? Well,
Yeah.
El Centro's in the desert. El Centro is 2 hours south to San Diego. You hang a left and you go 2 hours east.
Yeah.
It's 4 hours for us to get there. It's 4 hours from people in Phoenix to get there. And we basically would all converged in the middle of the desert.
Yep.
It was kind of nuts. But
Yeah. Both were hot and nasty. And it's like, okay, I'm out. Okay, I'm going to go in here where there's reasonable air.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll go back out.
And to adjust my thing on La Quinta, it's out in the Coachella Valley, closer more towards Palm Desert. So and Indian Wells. It's like past Palm Springs, out by Indio, and I remember taking vacations there because that's where my parents like to go. To like stay in a hotel and and it was like, it was awful when you were a kid.
Good Lord.
It was just brutal. Yeah.
We've decided to come to this big building with air conditioning instead of our small building.
Yeah. It was just so strange.
Yeah. But yes.
Let's see, where were we?
all I can work with.
So in the past week, I spent, other than working, I've spent most of my time working to prep for Costume College.
Okay.
Costume College is next Thursday, so we will not be
We're not going to be
here.
on the air.
And
We
we're
used to
not-
broadcast from there, but the new hotel that they moved to makes that really, really hard. We tried and we failed.
Oh yeah.
And so we're not doing that. So sorry about that.
And I think last year the guys went on the air, and I went to Costume College, but I need Sean. I've roped him in to help me, and I'm running check-in.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
doing
So-
check-in.
I need the help.
It is, however, Muppet themed. So we got that going
Of
on.
course.
Yeah.
Damn
Check-in
it all.
is Rainbow Connection
Yeah.
is the theme. So
Uh,
trying to get my team to all wear rainbow or Muppet themed outfits as we check people in.
Right.
Cool. I have like 3 shirts, I think, or more.
Yeah.
Muppety shirts. Huh.
I've got one
I never really thought about it.
Muppet shirt, but I'll probably just wear my Kermit hat that looks
You're
like Kermit's
welcome to
head.
come
Yeah.
up and volunteer if you want, Jeff, but it's not
Okay.
very exciting. Like, we're not doing a show. And,
You're just giving
It's
people their
not-
bags and their badges
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah,
like that.
true.
So,
yeah. But, we'd be happy to have you.
Okay.
yes.
And what else?
Let's see. Young Lee
that's
just
pretty much
popped
it.
in. Hey, dude.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Eric Gertz decided to switch from Facebook over to Twitch.
Oh,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's whatever works. Hopefully, we don't have the same weird. We had a glitch last week where in the second hour of the show, everything sounded
yeah.
like
Isn't that
this.
weird?
And I have spent the week like completely redoing our settings, seeing what the optimum settings are, tweaking all of our stuff,
Yeah.
changing up our graphics and things. I've been doing a lot of work sort of on the show for this new new season here. So hopefully
Yeah.
we've solved some of those problems. And trying to get rid of the
so.
weird chittering noise that
Yeah.
is behind Jeff. I think I've done pretty well.
Yeah. I don't know if I can't hear that. I just hear whatever that basically coming from probably your computer to me or whoever's computer to me. I
Yeah.
don't think it's going cycling out and then back to me, so
Right,
to speak.
right.
So
So
I can't
so
hear
everything
it.
should be much better than it was.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. But it's an ongoing process. 15 years, we're still figuring stuff out.
Yeah, true.
This afternoon I ran to Trader Joe's to pick up like some basic supplies that we needed, bread, milk, that sort of thing. And when I walked up to Trader Joe's, next door to Trader Joe's, there's been a couple of different businesses that moved out of this building that's attached to Trader Joe's. And there's a Jersey Mike's like on the other side, and there's a mattress store, but there's been one that's been sitting empty for a really long time. And they have a sign up about what's going in there, and it's Paris baguette. I am in so much trouble, you guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Good quality
all
bakery
the
items.
food.
And what a change that is from what used to be there, which was a hometown buffet.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't even remember what it
geez.
used to be.
Yeah, it was
funny.
hometown buffet for quite a long time. I think it was a mattress store for a while.
Well, there's a Paris baguette across the street from my old work.
Ugh. It's hard for me to resist.
As you mentioned that, I'm like, I know what that is.
Yeah.
Sort of. I've never gone there, but I know what it is.
Oh, you've never been? They have
I haven't tried
quite
it.
nice baked goods.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
good stuff.
Yeah. Don't
The
go.
Trader
it will
Joe's
be
by me
dangerous.
had a CVS next to it, so they were like split between, and the CVS eventually moved and closed down or whatever.
Oh.
And so Trader Joe's just said, "Okay, we're taking it all."
Oh,
so now
wow.
now it's huge.
Wow.
Big Trader
It's a
Joe's.
really big Trader Joe's now.
So I need to talk about one more thing that we did yesterday, and that is that down across the street from the Shakey's that we went to, so about 10 minutes away from our place, there's what used to be a Pick and Save, and then what did they change to? Big Lots, I guess?
Big Lots.
It was
Yeah.
Pick and Save, then Big Lots,
Yeah.
and then it folded. They shut down the chain.
So, and it's been shut down. The location's been empty for quite a while, like a year or two.
Oh, longer than that.
Oh, has it
Yeah.
been longer? Okay.
Yeah.
At any rate, they put a Super King International Market in it. And oh my gosh, the meat prices at this place, the variety of produce and meats and products from around the world are just incredible. I was sort
Nice.
of blown away by it.
And the place is, so it's an international market, so they have a lot of things from all around the place. And so if you're looking for like a box of cereal, it's probably not the place to go because they have
gee,
like just
yeah.
one little slot full of cereal and whatnot. But if you're looking for a really wide variety of different ethnic breads and things like that, they had a really good selection
Everything.
of that.
And
Oh, cool.
I mean, the prices were so good. And the whole building is so clean and big. And the sight line across the store is because the majority, like 2/3 of the center of the store are
Wow.
produce. And so it's all
Okay.
low racks. And then they have meat across one wall, the bakery and deli across the back wall, and then they have 1/3 of the store is shelving. So it looks huge in there. And oh my gosh, I'm so excited because there have been meals that I wanted to prepare, found a recipe that looked really good, and then I go into my local Kroger or Ralph's store and I look
Yeah.
at the price of the meat and I go, well, we don't really need that. And this has unusual cuts, which are awesome because I'll find a
Yeah.
recipe and it won't even be something that Ralph's carries. And the
Okay.
variety of their produce is just outstanding. So
Oh, that's good.
I'm super excited to make this a regular part of my shopping rounds.
Yeah, I mean this place just looks like a museum, and I've
Yeah.
pulled up some of the pictures of them. Sorry, they're so small. Let me see if they're any bigger than this. It's just crazy. I mean, everything's just open and well presented. Pretty good stock of most things. They had some empty stuff going on. But and finding some things was a little bit of a challenge just because
It was
like
hard to find tortillas.
yeah, they had the tortillas over in a more common
Sure.
area than with the rest of the bread, but they had like a wall of tostadas,
Yeah.
which was nuts. But anyway, yeah, yeah, I'm not much for supermarkets because my eyes are terrible and I'm very easily confused in there. This was not bad. Nothing was really labeled very well for me, but at least in terms of like walking the aisles and finding stuff, it was pretty good. And they had an entire room of booze that they
Oh.
could
Did have a
lock.
lot of booze.
Yeah, it was really really very funny.
Cool.
And but yeah, it was nice. I was very impressed, and I'm not easily impressed by a supermarket. You know, supermarkets are whatever they are. And then this is the shopping center. They redid the entire
Wow.
shopping center to boost things up. I love
Wow.
though that
Huge.
they got pictures of it with nobody else's business open. But
Yeah, you can't see the stripper pole place around the corner.
right, the
Oh, dear.
cycle
Oh.
gear place, and there's all sorts of
Well,
places. that are funny.
there's a dance studio on the second floor over to the right
Yes.
that's like behind
Yeah.
that from certain angles you can see a really big sign that says secret strip pole studio or something like that.
Yeah, which is very funny. But anyway, it's nice that they put something back in here, and it looks like a place we'll actually shop at. So
Oh, okay.
not too bad. But yeah, we had gone around the corner to the T-shirt warehouse, and we decided to walk down, take a look at the kind of janky party store that's there. There's a motorcycle and car repair place that does like car tinting and stuff, and
Yeah.
it's just a weird little section there. And yeah, I mean, all told, they did a really good job, like updating everything, and pretty neat store.
Jeff, you want to
Okay.
jump on to Star Wars?
Sure. I'm sorry. I'm playing with a mouse pad that I not a mouse. Ugh.
Yeah,
Really,
he's using
really annoying.
he's using the touchpad on the laptop
Yeah. I hate
to
this
navigate,
so much.
and nobody likes that.
Yeah.
I haven't found anybody who prefers that over a mouse.
I don't know. It's annoying as hell because my mouse don't work.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first we have I think 3 birthdays. The first one is for July 18th, 1933. That's when Sid Mead was born. Futurist artist and or concept artist. And his connection to Star Wars was adding something to like Star Wars, the Star Wars Art Visions book for Abandoned Sith World. I think that's what he did. He didn't actually. I don't think he did anything else for Star Wars.
Not that I can think of. He
Yeah.
he did get involved, and
Yeah.
as near as I can tell, just about the first movie he got involved with was Star Trek: The Motion Picture,
Yeah.
where he was doing a lot of the futuristic designs for that.
Yeah.
He did Blade Runner, where
Yep.
he sort of created the whole kind of vibe of
Yeah.
Los Angeles. And where he really got to cook, I think, is when he worked on Tron,
Yeah. Yeah.
the original
So I
Tron
could see
movie.
the light cycles. I could see that totally in some of his artwork.
Yeah,
So,
and designing the tanks and all the like the hardware in that, and the cool like circuit board looking designs of things. Sid Mead, as a futurist, has always been able to look at a thing and advance it by decades to
Yeah.
see what it might look like in the future. And
Yeah.
like in the case of Blade Runner, you have to hunt for the stuff that he contributed to it. Like, there are things you expect to see in a city, like parking meters and stuff, but they all have to
Yeah.
be updated. And there's a vid phone, I think, that Deckard uses that he worked on, and the Voight Kampf machine and things like that. I think Sid Mead had a lot of
Okay.
input, a lot of stuff. He worked on Aliens, Time Cop, the Mission to Mars movie that they did a while back.
Oh yeah.
He's done some Mission Impossible things, and it's just about the last thing he did before he passed away in 2019 was to work on Blade Runner 2049,
Oh, okay.
sort of updating his own things. He also, however, got to work on a movie that I really like, which is the Tomorrowland film
Yeah.
that Brad Bird directed.
Oh wow.
And
Okay.
so if you look at that, that is the kind of thing that Sid Mead is really known for, is that sort of Tomorrowland, City of the Future kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. So
Come on. Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah. Um, and it's just the fact that he, the way that his artwork, I've seen actually a lot of, and I assume he's worked for car companies as well,
yeah,
because I've seen a lot of concept art for cars that look very similar to like what he's already done for like the films and such.
right. Well, and a lot of people like know his style
Yeah.
and sort of work on that sort of thing. Like what was the movie Minority Report? Had some
Yeah. Yeah.
really really neat cars in it, and I would utterly expect those to have been his,
Yeah.
but probably not. But he did do the Spinner and Deckard's ground
Mm,
car and things like that,
yeah.
which was really cool. And the apparently the AT-AT was based on art by Sid Mead from
Oh.
catalogs he used to do for U.S. Steel.
Oh,
And
yeah,
so
that's right.
one of the interesting things about Star Wars is that a lot of the guys who came to it came from industry. And so, like Ralph
Yes.
McQuarrie, who's largely considered to be the primary architect of a lot of Star Wars, came
Like,
from doing aerospace designs for Boeing
yeah.
and things like that.
Yeah.
And Sid Mead used to do the same kind of thing. He worked on some anime series like Turn A Gundam and Yamato 2520.
Hmm.
And
Oh, there you
he
go.
worked with, he had his own game, in
Did you?
fact, on the TurboGrafx
Yes.
system
Oh,
called Sid Mead's Terraforming,
huh.
which is kind of fun.
That's
And
cool.
I don't. Let's see, Disney, Carnegie Mellon, Purdue, Pratt University, um, Chrysler. It doesn't say when. Oh, 83. He did some work for Chrysler. He worked for the Noman School of Visual Effects,
Mm.
which is a big school for special effects
Yeah.
here in SoCal. Sony, Minolta, Tiger Electronics,
Huh.
Bondi, Honda,
Tiger.
uh, Philips Electronics, United States Steel, Ford Motor Company.
Hmm.
He was recruited in 1959 to Ford Motor Company's Advanced Styling Studio.
See, that makes sense
Concept
then.
cars, yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
he went to the Art Center College of Design, where he graduated
Yeah.
in 1959, where a lot of people did. Um, he Oh, I see. He was. I thought he worked on this. He's not. He was just a big fan of Buck Rogers and Flash Gordon
Oh, see.
in his early years. His dad was a minister who used to read him Flash Gordon and Buck Rogers.
There we go. Ah, cool, cool.
Nice.
Nice, 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 nice. Okay. Um, Hello, computer. I'm sorry, it's just not being friendly. Oh, now you do that, stupid.
No worries, dude.
Okay. The second thing is July 17th. 1935, that's when Diane Carroll was born. And do we want to pause before we go on because it's 8:01?
Yeah, we can do the top of the hour here. We'll remind you guys you were listening to Sci-Fi Radio, Sci-Fi for your Wi-Fi. We have all sorts of nerd news up there if you want to go check it out, including a whole bunch of trailers that have just recently come out. One of them is for Coyote versus Acme, which is the Warner Brothers cartoon film that's been in the works for a long time. It was rumored, then it was on, it was off, it was whatever. We've got a trailer for Clayface, which is a sort of a horror take on the classic Batman villain. Gillian Anderson has a little video piece where she opens the X-Files Lego set that they just released. It's kind of cool. Brand New Day for Spider-Man, which comes out in like 2 weeks, I think. Gets a final trailer. We have all sorts of stuff up there for you. So go check out those news stories. Also, our schedule for the radio station is there. My show is in the morning from 9 to 11 Pacific time every time. But you can look up your local time zone. Come join me and hang out. All sorts of stuff. And then, of course, you could be watching us on Facebook or on YouTube or on Twitch, wherever you happen to be. Thanks for hanging out with us. And we're always grateful when you like us or subscribe or do all that kind of stuff. So thank you. I'm Sean Obi-Shawn Crosby.
This is Jessel Donoho.
I'm Colleen Kaylee Crosby.
And now you know. And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe.
Okay, so our next person, I just did it was Diane Carroll, and July 17th, 1935. She was, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this right, Mermea, I guess, in the holiday special. That's her connection to Star Wars.
You know, honestly, I do not remember her having a name in the Star Wars holiday special. She was the really strange, like, Wookiee porn section of the thing where she was like part of the VR experience that Grandpa was going through. It was in no way creepy at all.
Yeah, it was just weird.
It was absolutely nuts. But she, Diane Carroll, of course, a very long career as a model, a singer. She was an actress, and she was fortunate enough to be in Hollywood at a time where they were starting to incorporate more people of color. Hollywood has not always been the best at that, but she was in Carmen Jones, which is a musical in 1954. She was in Porgy and Bess in 1959. Was nominated for an Academy Award in there, and just had a pretty amazing career. And you know, the Star Wars Holiday Special was in no means a high point of that. But we appreciate that she was in it. Yeah, that's fine.
And then we have the last birthday, which is, we pull it up. I want to get the date first because I already know the name. July 22nd, 1938. Everyone in the 30s. Strange. Terrence Stamp. He was Chancellor Valorum in the Phantom Menace.
Not to be confused with General Zod from the other.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's funny. And he was also, for my money, one of his best performances was as Bernadette in The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. But he, we lost him just last year, and what's interesting is he's still listed as being in Priscilla, Queen of the Desert too.
Yeah. The weird part, so, you know, he plays his bad guy in Superman with Christopher Reeve.
Right.
But in the series Smallville, he plays the voice of Jor-El.
Right, Superman's dad.
23 episodes.
Right.
What?
Nice.
Isn't that amazing?
What were you going to say, Colleen?
That he could very well be, like, they could be using old footage.
They could. He may have already shot his scenes. As I recall, they very much wanted him involved. I think he was sick at the time they were shooting. And I think and he's like, I will be in this movie. He was absolutely adamant about being in it, from what I remember.
Yeah.
And so they
Sorry.
completely worked around him,
Yeah.
apparently, to get his stuff. It says
Man.
he completed secret pre-shoots of his scenes before his death. He refused to be digitally cloned, ensuring his performance was entirely his own using a multi-camera array.
Wow.
So
cool.
whenever that movie does come out, it's still him. And
Yeah.
he was like just stubborn as hell about it, and you gotta love
Yeah.
it. He, of course, was in the 2003 Haunted Mansion movie
Oh yeah.
as
Yeah.
the
He was the
butler,
butler.
Ramsley. Yeah.
And Alienation, the film. I remember him in it, but you don't really. He doesn't look like himself. He's an alien
It's just,
in Alienation. He's William Harcourt,
oh,
but
okay.
he's one of the. He's like, I think he was like a, if you want to call it, a gangster alien or something. He was a bad guy, newcomer.
Alien Mafia.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So, I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, I do remember him in that movie. But boy, if you don't know him, you're gonna go, what? Who's that?
That's
Yeah.
funny. Nowadays, it would have us diving for our phones.
Yes, yes, yes. And then we're gonna see if this wants to cooperate. Come on, you dang freaking. Hold on, stupid computer again. Okay. We have the history part. July 22nd, 1976. That's when Charlie Lippincott did the old slideshow at San Diego Comic-Con.
They did a slideshow. They sold what eventually became the cover of Star Wars comic book issue number 1. On it, they had
Yeah,
made that as a poster. They were selling it for $1, and I believe that poster now goes for something like $3,000.
of course.
And a lot of people consider that slideshow the beginning of the end, because movies went, oh my God, we can cater directly to nerds. Let's go to Comic-Con. And now so much of Comic-Con has been taken over by media and movies and things like
Yeah.
that. That
This is true.
it
My
was
goodness.
kind of nuts.
Oh my. Yeah.
I'm trying to see what the value of that poster is right now.
Don't know.
Uh,
Especially you got it signed.
yeah, if it's
Might go up.
signed, it could be up to $5,000.
Yeah.
It's the Howard Chaykin Comic-Con poster
Yeah.
from 1976, and
Pretty cool.
let's see if this gives me any
Yeah. I
kind
like
of
Howard Chaykin's artwork, like in general.
yeah, he's a good artist,
Yeah.
and it's um it was a very dynamic poster
Hmm.
that had some minor issues. Like I think Luke had a red lightsaber in
Oh,
it,
whoops.
and that was a problem. Um, that's pretty funny. Yeah, it's not giving me any kind of
Mm.
value. Oh well. I'll if I
He's
come
still
up
with
with
us.
it,
That's good.
over the
Yeah.
course of our talk.
Okay.
Um,
Let's go on to the next part of this. July 19th, 2008. Blah. That's when Star Wars Celebration Japan launched to commemorate the 30th anniversary of Star Wars in Japan.
I
Because it
have,
opened, I guess, in July of 78.
yeah, I haven't been to
A
any
year later.
celebrations outside of the country.
Me neither. I've been mostly just to three different locations, and that's pretty much it.
Right.
Our last one is July 18th, 1977. That's when C3PO was on the cover of People magazine.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's pretty deserving.
Yay. Yeah.
The Clone Wars and Bad Batch stars reprise iconic roles for anticipated video game. Is anybody following the video game news?
Not on Clone Wars, because, I don't know, Clone Wars was sort of like, okay.
It's being developed by BitReactor in collaboration with Lucasfilm Games.
Yeah. Yep. And it has like D. Bradley Baker is on it because he was like the voice of all the clones pretty much. And Matt Latner, I guess, coming back for Anakin.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure who else.
D. Bradley Baker
those
is
two are
apparently
listed.
doing Trick.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
doing
that's
Trick. He's playing the
Trick
character
is one of the clone. He's one of the clones.
Yeah.
Trick.
Well, and D. Bradley Baker did all of the clones.
Yeah.
So
that's the dirty secret.
Other voice cast members are Jonathan Freeman, Erica Luttrell, Vic Michaelis, J.B. Blanc, Judy Alice Lee, Nicole Rantow, Alex McKenna, Jason Spizak, and Rika Sharma.
Pretty cool.
Oh, there's also Lee Howard, Jim Peary, DC Douglas, Kevin Michael Richardson, Hunter Smith. Whoa, Hunter Smith is in it.
Hey,
and Dylan Keenan.
Someone Colleen knows.
Yeah. Yay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think I also worked with Hunter
cool.
Smith on one of the
very
projects.
Nice person. So that's fun.
All right, jumping in here, I found an eBay auction. I don't know if this is indicative of the normal price of these posters, but here is one that is framed, and it is listed on eBay for the princely sum of $15,000 for that Howard Chaykin 1976 comic movie promo poster. Now, of course, if you want it, you can get a duplicate of it for $30, which I think is a much better way to go. But, you know, if you have money to burn, it's not bad. But yeah, that's the poster that that they were selling, and there's not too many people have them still existent, because like everybody put them on the walls. They all got trashed.
Pretty much, yeah.
Prop Store was selling one apparently.
Thumbtacks.
Let me see. I have to log in here to Prop Store for it to tell me what the price is.
Oh, man.
Okay, so Prop Store sold one in 2016 for $2,500.
Yeah. Yeah, Don, I'm not sure. The first Marvel issue of Star Wars, whether it's signed or unsigned, or if it has UPC, or if it has the little subscription type thing.
Yeah.
Not sure how much that is.
The problem with this...
They've probably gone for pretty much.
Right. Well, the problem with that is that they reprinted so many versions of that comic book that you have to really hunt to make sure you have the real one, like the actual first edition, which is really tough. I'm on the Prop Store.
And it's going to probably have like a UPC symbol on it or something if it's a real one.
I don't think they were using UPCs at the time. I think that came later.
A little later?
Yeah.
The 80s.
So I'm at the Prop Store, and some of these posters have sold for 8,000 pounds, whatever that works out to in dollars, $6,000. They all seem to hover around $5,000.
UPC codes started appearing on comic books in 1976, with widespread adoption occurring across major publishers in May and June of 1976.
Well, there you go. So that the Star Wars would have had one.
And Marvel had that little square, that little rectangle in the corner of their comics, which if it was a subscription, it would be like Spider-Man's little head there or something. Or
So Marvel
otherwise,
Comics started using it in June of 1976.
Well, if you look at our little
you go.
intro page here, I don't have the UPC code. I didn't put that in because it's cut off in the corner. But the square that Jeff was talking about up at the top left corner of whatever the series is, I put Boba Fett up there for Kit.
Of course.
But originally it was a kind of He-Man looking Luke Skywalker was over there, which was pretty funny.
Yeah.
And whatnot. So it.
Yeah.
The original first edition comic book goes up to $2,000 depending on the condition. You have to have it graded. Was it a newsstand edition? And there was one that had a 35-cent price tag on it that makes it very, very rare. That's like the test run Holy Grail version. Because normally they were 30 cents. They tried to raise the price a little to see if people would go for it.
Yeah.
And those can go up to apparently $12,000.
Yeah. Oof.
I have no idea what I have. I know I have one or two of those original first editions. No clue. And I have no illusions that they're worth anything.
Yeah. Yeah. The I see one of the 30-cent ones that some comic store selling for like $4,000. So yeah.
Well, and again, they like I got mine before the movie came out at a Kmart on the spinner rack in the pet section. That like comic books were not Kmart's forte, but I either got it there or at 7-Eleven. That's where I bought my comics, but I got mine from Kmart directly for sure. And I went through so many different copies of that. I mean, we just trashed them. We read them all the time. We learned to draw from them. We copied pictures from the art. Eventually, I ended up with one of the super specials, which are the ones that are basically the size of 2 comic books. And it's like double the size. It's almost like large print comic books for people who can't read.
Giant size Marvel edition.
I loved those things when I was a kid because my eyes sucked, and like having these giant comic books were amazing. I had a Batman comic from '74 that I just disintegrated because I loved that comic. The stories were great. The art was incredible. I taught myself to draw Batman from that thing. I think I got 3rd prize in an art contest for a Batman drawing that I did because I'd learned to draw from that comic. It was amazing. I didn't get a lot of comic books when I was a kid. I had to go to my friends' houses. We weren't allowed to have them in the house, and I don't know if it was a religious thing or my parents were cheap or what. So whatever comics I had, I hid because we weren't allowed to have them in the house. It's really strange.
Gotcha.
That's dumb.
Yeah, so we would go
give kids whatever reading material will get them to read.
Yeah, but my parents also used to periodically come in. So I was a terrible student, and my eyes were awful. I couldn't see the chalkboard. I could barely recognize my friends, even with glasses. And I had glasses starting from age 1. They basically went, oh, he can't see crap. Let's get him glasses. So all my baby pictures have glasses on. And as a kid in like 3rd grade, I'd get terrible grades. The teachers are like, he's so smart. He's just not applying himself. When in reality, I was having trouble with my eyes. And I just couldn't see anything. And my parents refused to admit that this was the case. And so I'd get in trouble. I'd get a bad grade. The teacher would call home and say I sucked, whatever happened. And then my parents would come in and they would empty my room of whatever I had. And so like when we would get report cards after the first semester, like just coming back from Christmas, I'd have my Christmas toys for like 2 weeks. And then they would clear out my room and I would have nothing. And it was terrible. They took my books. They took all, and I think it's a terrible way to raise a child. And, you know, and unless I was grounded, I'd have to go over to my friend's house and use their stuff, their pile of comic books, do whatever. It's like, I don't deny your kids stuff, especially books. Oh my God, the worst.
Yeah.
I want to say thank you to Eric who subscribed at tier 1. He's on a 29-month streak and has subscribed for 30 months.
Oh
That's
my
crazy.
God, Eric, you're nuts.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And now let's move on to theme parks.
Yay.
Disneyland is going to be, or I don't know whether they're doing it in the future or they already did it, but they're raising prices on hundreds of food and beverage items. So if they didn't charge you enough money for other things,
Disney.
they're going to be raising the prices 1.5 to 23%.
23%.
It impacts more than 800 items across 178 dining locations at both parks. Price hikes on the most popular items included a 50-cent increase on churros, popcorn, and caramel corn, and a 70-cent increase on vanilla soft serve. Where do they even have vanilla soft serve? Classic funnel cake, and chocolate chip cookies. Pizza slices and a 3-pack of beignets both rose by $1. Bottled sodas by 30 cents. Dole Whip by 20 cents. Hot beverages increased by about 75 cents, and cocktail prices rose between $1 and $2 per drink.
Wow.
Okay.
What is your guys' favorite snack that you get at Disneyland?
I mean, if I get anything consistently, I mean, honestly, I try not to buy snacks because they've gotten so expensive.
Yeah.
Well, let's say a churro. I like a churro.
Yeah.
A churro used to be $5.75. It is now $6.25. $6.25 is a lot for a donut.
Right?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Eric says soft serve ice cream is in Cars Land.
Yeah, it's at the Cozy Cone, I think. I like this whatever they have at Ghirardelli, and that's always already expensive. That's crazy. So I don't go there very often. I try to see if they have a Magic Key special. So, like, they used to have a 3-drink flight of floats over at the Golden Horseshoe, which was really great.
Yeah.
And so for about $9, you got 3 of these drinks. But
The Bengal barbecue beef skewer went from $7.50 to $8. But it does note here that Disneyland's price hike follows a similar trend consumers have been seeing across the board, with restaurant menu prices up 3.5% over the past year and 35% since 2020.
35%.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Don says he likes a pineapple wedge. But they don't have a price listed for pineapple wedge.
That's fruit.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's a little different.
I don't know.
The wedge salad at the Boardwalk Pizza and Pasta had a 23% increase by $2.80.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have anything that I normally get there. I don't know.
I-
one of the Milks and Galaxy's Edge. I don't know. There's not really anything I normally get there.
If someone goes and gets a Dole Whip, I will get a Dole Whip.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, but
Dole Whip,
not
3 Dole
a whole lot of
Whips.
things.
But I have to be honest with you. When I go into Disney, I very frequently try to eat lunch off-site, or I make plans to have dinner on the way home off-site.
The Lady A likes mint juleps and frozen bananas.
The mint juleps
Yep.
are... I like both of those things. I like
Yep.
the frozen bananas, too. Banana congelé.
I would like to say something that is not about theme parks, but it's about Disney, so I will actually save that for later.
Okay,
Sean, you want to grab the rest in peace
I
section?
will. This article, though, in the Orange County Register, which is who is reporting this, says that the Bluey Kids meal with a mini hot dog, mandarin orange, and a drink at the Troubadour Tavern has not gone up. It is still $6.
Well, that's nice.
So there you go. All right. Let me get back to our document here. Gosh, all sorts of people. we have some people who have passed away. Brenda Fricker, say that very carefully. She was the first Irish actress to win an Oscar for the movie My Left Foot. She passed away at the age of 81. She was born in Dublin in 1945. She was awarded this year the Freedom of the City Award in Dublin, sort of for service to the community, which is pretty great. And so she won her award in 1990, and was also in Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, where she played a homeless woman who befriended Macaulay Culkin's character.
Oh, yeah. The bird. She had like birds. Taking care of the birds.
Yep. So anyway, sad to hear of, excuse me, her passing at the age of 81. WWE legend Siva Afi has passed away at 77. If you're a fan of wrestling, his family confirmed the news last Thursday. They haven't said how he passed away, just that he did, and of course a very long wrestling career. He was also Burt Reynolds' bodyguard and stuntman as well for quite a while. So,
dang.
Let's see. Hal Williams passed away at the age of 91. He was African-American actor from Sanford and Son back in the day. He was a drill sergeant in Private Benjamin. He was in The Waltons and was an actor on 227.
Was he in
Marla Gibbs' husband?
Die Hard 2?
Maybe. Let's see.
I'm thinking of this right guy.
He was Sinbad's dad on the Sinbad show, and he was the lumber mill worker in the Waltons, who was he escaped from prison.
Oh.
And was there? I don't see. Let me look up Die Hard 2 really quick and see.
I might be thinking of a different person. That's what I figure, but never know.
Well, the guy that I remember from Die Hard 2 that wasn't, Reginald Vell Johnson, was the actor who played the dad in.
Yeah, it's a totally different guy. Okay. I had to look up how.
He was in Good Times, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally different actor.
So that's the guy that I remember from there.
But Hal, I remember from something in particular, and I'm going to have to look at his IMDb to see.
Yeah, go check out his IMDb.
Something I used to watch.
Figure it out. William Wisher Jr. passed away at the age of 71. He was a co-writer on Terminator 1 and 2.
Oh, wow.
He also did Live Free or Die Hard, Judge Dredd, I assume the one with Schwarzenegger, and
Hello?
Deadpool creator Rob Liefeld commented on his passing and said, William Wisher was a gem. I worked with him for 2 years on separate drafts of The Mark, a movie I set up with Tom Cruise at Paramount. So talented, so kind, full of great stories with Cameron. Rest in peace. Jim Gilstrap passed away at the age of 79. He was the singer. We were just talking about Good Times. He was the singer on the Good Times theme. And with Stevie Wonder, You Are the Sunshine of My Life. He did a lot of kind of gospel stuff and whatnot. And Sunshine of My Life, they like traded off lyrics and things. So he's like sings part of the song, which is always kind kind of goofy. But he worked with Quincy Jones, Michael Jackson, Aretha Franklin, Whitney Houston, George Benson, Bill Withers, Patti LaBelle, Kenny Loggins, Dolly Parton. Guy got around.
Wow.
But I'll have to see if I can dig up some of his music for the show tomorrow. Jennifer Finch passed away at the age of 59, and she was a bassist for the band L7. She was a big punk figure here in Los Angeles, and L7 was the all-female punk band, and was pretty great. And the band made the announcement that she passed. She had an aggressive form of brain cancer, and was unable to join the upcoming sort of farewell tour, which is really, really kind of a bummer. So she's had a long, hard battle of cancer, which is like not cool. And then this one happened this week. This one was kind of like a left field sort of thing. Kaylee Hotley passed away in a car crash in Maryland, and you might know her as the orphan from Godzilla vs. Kong.
Yeah.
She had done, I think, a commercial, and somebody saw her and went, "Oh my gosh, that's the girl we need," and they went and they found her and cast her in the film. She and her family are deaf, and so her whole family sort of helped her as an actress. And she was going to the deaf school in Texas, I think. But it says this. This is the first time I've heard information about what happened with her car accident. A 1955 Honda Accord operated by a 19-year-old Frederick man traveled off the right side of the two-lane highway and struck a culvert. Excessive speed is believed to be a contributing factor.
What year was the car?
In the collision? 1995.
Thank you.
And so it was a single vehicle collision. She was a passenger in the car. Along with the driver, 2 passengers in the car at the time of the crash. The driver had injuries that were not life-threatening. 1 passenger declined medical treatment, and the other one, Kaylee, passed away.
It's terrible.
Yeah,
That's
it's such
terrible.
it's such a crapshoot. It's like a random thing. It's weird. It's like somebody has not a scratch and the other person passes away. It's like you never know what's going to happen. And this was the same car. It's all in one car. It's kind of nuts. Anyway, it's really sad. She just she was 18. She had her whole life ahead of her, and I think she had just graduated school or something. It was like, that just sucks.
Yeah.
I know life's not fair, but that's not fair.
Awful. Yeah. Not cool at all.
Nope.
Jeff, what would you like to talk about? A speed round.
Speed round. Kevin Feige.
Feige.
Anyway, has basically, and they're like, okay, the title I think is rather misleading, but in a sense, because it says that Feige has a clear answer for when Miles will be coming to the MCU. Well, it's not really clear. He said that live action Miles Morales will follow the release of Beyond, sometime after Beyond the Spider-Verse, but I think it was, we definitely have plans, and I think a live action movie has this destiny to add Miles sometime after the Spider-Verse ends. So that's not really clear. That's incredibly vague. That's like, it's sometime later. We don't know.
It says here that, although it says he hints that he will debut in Spider-Man 5. So we're pretty much at the end of Tom Holland's run, right? As Spider-Man. What is this? His 4th movie?
No, they are planning to do even more stuff with Tom. So
really, are they?
Yeah.
Okay, because I could see where they would have Miles Morales maybe take over or something for him eventually. But the Spider-Verse movies are pretty great. They can certainly keep making those
Yeah.
as long as they've got good stories to tell.
Yeah. He's like the next 2, 3, 4, or 5 Spider-Man movies might be about with him.
Right. But
The Tom.
the
Like, oh God.
the Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, Brand New Day,
Yeah.
not tomorrow, Friday, but
Yeah,
the
next week.
following Friday on the 31st.
Yep. I am
is coming
seeing
out.
it.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And gosh, we have been so bad about going to movies in theaters. I mean, they're expensive these days,
Yeah.
but that's when I think I will make an effort to go see in a theater.
Yeah, the trailer was much better. We watched the trailer for Avengers, whatever the next Avengers is.
Oh yeah, the Doctor Doom
Meh.
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I watched the trailer for Spider-Man, and the Spider-Man one, I was like, ooh, I want to go see that.
To be
Yeah.
fair, though, about the Avengers thing, and I'm not excited about it either. What is it, Avengers Doomsday? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I'm not excited about it yet, but it's also 6 months away. So whatever trailer
Yeah.
they give us now is like kind of a half-assed trailer.
Yeah.
And you also cannot trust trailers anymore
Nope.
because they
I've basically stopped watching the Spider-Man trailers just because they keep revealing things I want to see in the film.
Right.
You know,
I
like,
have
stop spoiling the movie for me.
I haven't seen one since the very first one they did. I haven't looked at any of the other Spider-Man
I liked
trailers.
Because
it.
they're like,
I
this
was
is in
fine
there.
with
I'm
it. I
like,
won't
stop.
remember.
Well,
I
you're
want to see the movie.
you're a harder sell than I am, Colleen,
Yeah.
on these. So I'm glad that it looks like one you're interested in.
Well, I mean, any Spider-Man with
Tom Holland?
Tom Holland, I'll watch.
Right.
100%. Especially with with the trio of Tom Holland and
Zendaya.
and the roommate,
Yeah.
the friend.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know your name, friend. Any movie with those three, I'll watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm still on the fence of if they're gonna make him into the Hobgoblin because that character from the comics is the Hobgoblin
Ned.
at one point.
Yeah.
And
Ned
I don't know if that's really what they're gonna do.
Ned is
but
the guy in the
who knows?
chair, and his name
but-
is Jacob Batalon.
Jacob Babylon?
Batalon.
Batalon.
Yeah.
Well, I like those three as a team.
I
so
think they're a
we'll
good
watch
team,
those.
but of course they've completely messed up the Spider-Verse right now, and so it's I mean, I'm sure they'll come to a happy ending eventually, but it's
I
it's
think
sad.
a reset.
It's
what they
sad
did,
right
but
now.
Yeah. Because like
No one
everyone
remembers
knew he was
him.
Spider-Man, and everyone is not supposed to know he's Spider-Man. So
Right.
it
But
worked.
his friends don't know who he is as Peter Parker, and that's crappy.
And all three of their lives are worse for it.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm just saying. I mean, you know.
I want to complain about something.
Ooh,
About
okay.
something Disney.
Oh,
Well, as a shareholder in Disney, you have
That's
that right.
right. My one share.
Your one share.
my
Um,
goodness.
So last year for our anniversary, we tend to buy something to share for our anniversary. And last year, we bought one D23 membership, got the little goodies that come with buying it.
Right. There was
And
a plaque
then-
that we wanted, and we thought, okay, well, we'll try this and see what it is.
It came with a book that we didn't really want, and, we wanted the plaque. The plaque was definitely not worth the entire price of the D23 membership, but we thought there will be other things. There were not other things. We didn't
Yeah.
use the membership at all for anything else. And so I said to Sean yesterday, hey, go make sure that there's not that D23 membership isn't going to auto renew.
Oh,
So we
dear.
went and looked, and it had auto renewed about 12 hours
12 hours
previously
before.
because it
Yeah.
auto renewed at 11 p.m. the night before. And
Wow.
Disney or D23 has a zero tolerance policy, and so they are refusing
they have a
to-
zero refund policy.
Yeah,
Wow.
which is ridiculous. It hasn't even hit our credit card yet.
Yeah.
Like, but
It-
they won't.
It hadn't posted, so when I called the credit card to set them on D23, they didn't do it. And so I called the day, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, there's nothing we can do." And I'm like, look, I know that your things say that, but this is kind of BS. And I didn't tell them to auto renew. They did it automatically, which I think is a BS
predatory.
practice. And so it's and I told the girl, I'm like, so basically you're using gym membership practices on retention for people. And she's but the difficulty is, so D23 is not really run by Disney. It's like a third party company who's running it, and they're like, well, those are the rules.
Well, if we can't get them to refund this, we're going to have to cancel our Disney Plus membership until it's paid
Till
for.
we make up that amount. Yeah.
So,
And which is really a bummer.
sucks.
So
Yeah.
it's the credit card company told me to call back in a few days after that thing had posted.
It has not posted yet. It's still pending.
Well, they should cancel the damn thing because it hasn't
Yeah.
posted yet. Thank you very much. It's really crazy. They're like, well, we've pre-charged you, but they haven't yet. It should be an easy cancel. It's just that they make it a policy to not do that at all. It's just like you're out of luck. Period. So it's a dick move on Disney's part.
And it's becoming illegal in the state of California to do this.
Yeah.
But it is not in place yet.
Not illegal yet.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, definitely mad about this. We definitely were not going to renew it, and the girl's like, well, but there's free screenings we hold and things like that and that kind of thing. And I'm like, yeah, if you can get into them, you're not like guaranteed a spot. And that's the biggest problem with everything Disney now is it's like, well, we have things that you can do if you're part of the club, but not everybody gets to do those. And so it's like, what'd you pay for if you can't do it? It's really dumb. So and we're not the only one. We had a bunch. Colleen posted on Facebook, and some other people came out and said, yeah, we've been screwed by this too, and apparently this goes back like a decade, easy, where people are like, oh my God, freaking D23.
Okay, Sean, what would you like to talk about?
I like The Incredibles. I think the first Incredibles movie is maybe the best superhero movie ever made. Absolutely adore it. Even though it takes so many of its cues from other superhero stories. The second one was just okay. It didn't have the impression on me that the first one did, for sure. It was kind of a wacky story. Although I should go back and rewatch it just to see, because I haven't seen it since it came out. But Incredibles 3 is in the works. And one of the things that you can do in animation that you can't do in live action is not age the characters. Yeah. And so Brad Bird is thinking that he doesn't want to introduce a major time jump to age the characters up. He doesn't see why they need to age. And the first two didn't do that. And because they're all, the whole universe is sort of in a time bubble anyway. It's this whole 1950s, mid-century, modern-y kind of thing. And so he doesn't want to do it. And he also doesn't think that, aging Jack up too much will be a big deal, or things like that. And so I'm okay with that. I don't think they need to show us, 10 years later, and here's Violet who's living out of the house and working a job somewhere, and the kids don't have to be out of high school and all that kind. I don't know that we would gain anything from that. That's what Brad Bird kind of says. He says those are family archetypes, and aging them up doesn't help that at all. People just keep thinking that aging them up is going to make them somehow hipper, cooler, more like them, and it's like, no, it won't. So
doesn't really work that way.
Right, and it's they created such a complete universe within a certain time frame that staying there and continuing to inhabit that universe, I think, is really good. And
Yeah.
it's not like we're suffering the problem of The Simpsons, where The Simpsons has
I
gone
know.
on for like
Jeez.
35 seasons, and these kids have never aged, and you're like, dear Lord. And they, but
This is true.
and The Simpsons do occasional episodes of like, look, it's the future, and look at Lisa as president of the United States, and whatever, and
Yeah.
and that's fine to visit once in a while, but we like the dynamic of the Simpsons family, and changing that too
Yeah.
radically would upset people, I think. And
Yeah.
and so that's how I feel about this Incredibles. Uh, like I said, love this universe, and so I'm perfectly cool with keeping it exactly where it is.
Yeah.
Jeff?
Cool. Let's see here. I was going to talk about the Daredevil thing, but that's more of a spoiler issue because I don't think you guys have seen all of the Daredevil. So
We have
I'm going on
not.
with this and this.
We have not watched the
Um,
Daredevil.
okay. I'm going actually to there's an article that came out for the new season 3 of Rings of Power, and someone
Rings of
from
Power.
the Stranger Things is going to be in that, and that's the guy who played Vecna, the villain, Jamie Campbell Bower, and he's actually coming in and taking over the role of Celeborn, which, you know, for the series. So
Well, and
that'll be interesting.
he
Yeah,
looks like an
yeah,
elf.
he looks old. Yes,
I mean, you can
he
totally
does.
see him as an elf. Now he's like 37,
Something. Yeah,
and he still looks like he's 22,
yeah,
which is kind of crazy. And uh, uh, Rings of Power is the name of the show, right?
yep.
If I'm not wrong, I think that he is in a relationship with the woman who is
That's
playing
good.
Galadriel.
Well, it could be like in real life. Yeah,
Yeah,
never
in
know.
real life, and I think that that's
Wow.
who his character is going to have a
Yeah,
relationship with.
because I think they do in the books. So,
Right. What was the actor's name again? I just blanked on his name.
sorry. Let me pull it up. It is Jamie Campbell Bower, Bower, or
Right.
Bower.
So I'm just looking to see if I can see who he's
He's
in
a
it.
lover boy, Bower tells Empire.
Rubber Boy? Awkward.
Yeah,
Oh,
romance
he's
between him and Galadriel. What do you know?
yeah. Oh, it doesn't say who his current paramour is, but anyway, that's what I had read somewhere, is that apparently
Oh,
he's
could
already
be.
sort of having a relationship with somebody in the cast. So
Mm.
I haven't watched the series. I actually heard bad things about it, where
Hmm.
in comparison to the ones the movies that we saw,
Oh yeah.
the TV series has like a lower budget, even though they're spending a ridiculous amount of money in it. And
Yeah.
so, like, the wigs are bad, and the props
Hmm.
are costumes are not quite up to snuff, and
Hmm.
it's like
I
Lord
don't
of the
know.
Rings, but it's a lower rent Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings. So,
Um. Hmm.
but I haven't seen it.
I
Have you watched any of it?
Yes. So I've watched the first 2 seasons. I liked season 2 probably more than season 1. I was still upset that one of the people didn't come back for the second season, so they knocked off the character,
Right.
and so didn't have it in the second season. So I was mad about that. I'm like, come on, guys, really? But they could have recast it anyway. Because they recast somebody else, so they might as well have recast this person, but they didn't do it. Um, I thought they were jumping the gun a little bit on the creating of the ring creation and how it was handled
Mm-hmm.
was a little odd, but other than that, I think it's been, it's been entertaining. Um,
Cool.
the costumes don't look terrible, it doesn't look like, like a high school play or
Right.
anything, but I
I
can't
only
say
know.
they
I
look
only
like,
know what I heard.
fantastic or something. They just look like they fairly fit the area, but fit the universe.
Right. I've just heard a lot of people whining about it for the
Oh yeah,
past
yeah,
couple
yeah,
years.
yeah.
So
We saw a couple of the episodes, and I don't remember thinking the costumes were horrible, but maybe I did.
for
No,
Lord of the Rings,
Oh, I thought you meant the TV show.
yeah, the TV show. Or I don't remember watching it.
We watched like 2 episodes of it,
Oh,
and
what
we didn't like it.
but yeah,
what
it's
does it air
Prime.
on?
But it was I mean,
Netflix
I
or
didn't
Hulu
work
or
on it
something?
obviously, so. But
Maybe it was a Lord of the Rings like show.
We watched, yeah, I mean, because
Lot of
we
those.
watched like not Shannara, but there was like another one like that.
Oh, the Wheel of Time.
Yeah,
That's
Which
probably
I
what you
hate the Wheel
watched.
of Time
Yeah, I didn't
books,
see that.
so
we
I'm
watched
not a
that
very
and it
good-
was terrible.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings is on Amazon Prime.
So maybe
Yeah.
we didn't watch it.
I don't remember watching any of them. So
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 seasons. I think they did a pretty good job. I think the characters, all the creatures and everything look fine.
okay.
They probably could have done better. I don't know. I mean, I watch it.
Well, and
I
that
look
was
at it
that
and
was
I'm
the
like, "Oh,
thing
it's
is
fine."
that people were expecting movie level quality and they didn't get it and they were upset.
Yeah.
And all the cosplayers
Yeah.
were like,
Well.
"Why are they using terrible nylon wigs?" And
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure it was just that they were cheaper and the sheer volume of wigs that because everybody has to wear a wig in that show.
Mhm. Yeah,
So I'm sure they just went the cheap
Yeah.
route.
yeah, and it's not like there's. I mean, it's a series, so I mean, the huge amount of money they're spending is for the series. It's like
Yeah.
the film. If it's a film, it's a big amount of money. It's just for one movie, for 2 hours. But this is like episode. Yeah.
I want to talk about the fact that general admission tickets are now on sale for the Lucas Museum of Narrative Art ahead of its fall opening on September 22nd. And on Tuesday, there was a virtual queue that people waited up to 6 hours in line. The reporter for the LAist sat in the queue for 4.5 hours.
Wow.
I just went to the Lucas Museum of Narrative Arts, and there are tickets for opening day
wow.
available right now. And there wasn't a wait at all.
It's not
Okay.
terrible. They're $25 a piece for adults.
Yeah.
21 for seniors and children. This is amazing, and I think this is an ongoing thing. This is just the mission of the museum. Children, if you have a membership, of course, to the museum, active duty military, and a personal aid. Like if you go and you bought a ticket and you're in a wheelchair and you need assistance, and if you have an EBT card, and you're part of that program, all those people get in for free,
That's awesome.
Cool.
which I think is terrific. The museum.
But can you
Awesome.
get a ticket, or do you have to just show up?
I think for now, everybody has to have a timed entry.
Yeah.
That's interesting because they don't. Oh, yeah, they do. Right here. Look at this. Yeah, teen. Basically, anyone up to age 17 or anybody in the active military, their tickets are $0
$0.
on the select tickets spot. I
Nice.
don't see anything about the handicapped aid.
Yeah, that might be something you have to talk about when you get
Yeah.
there.
And seniors are $21, whereas adults are $25.
Yeah.
Senior is anybody 65 and older.
But it opens in exactly 2 months, September 22nd. And it looks
And
pretty
lots
spiffy.
of people are members already. So
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
people
Pretty
bought
cool.
annual memberships to the museum. It's right around the corner from the California Science Center, which we go to a lot, do a lot of events at. California Science Center is also free to everybody. You find yourself in Los Angeles with some time to kill. It's a very cool museum. And their mission, because they are federally funded and state funded, means they have to let everybody in for free. That's pretty cool. But anyway, the Lucas Museum is looking pretty cool. They are starting out of the gate with a giant Star Wars exhibit, despite the fact for years and years and years and years they've been saying this isn't going to be a Star Wars museum.
well, I mean, it's not a Star Wars museum in that they have a lot of other things. Like they've got
They do.
Mad Magazine. They've got, what is this?
Right.
Conan the
Well,
Barbarian.
it's the George Lucas Museum of Narrative Art, and what narrative art covers is comic books. It covers posters, advertising, book illustrations, things that tell stories, and so yeah, all of this kind of stuff. He's got the original copy of R. Crumb's comic book version of the book of Genesis, where he like illustrated the entire book. And R. Crumb was like an underground comic guy who did the, if you ever saw the Keep on Truckin' guy, he did that.
Mr. Natural.
And right, and so his stuff was like really gritty and crunchy and often R to X rated and whatnot. But he decided to do the Bible, and I think he only got through Genesis. Because it's a pretty big undertaking. But anyway, George bought it, and he's got it in his collection, and we'll show parts from it. He's got art from Alphonse Mucha for illustration and advertising and posters and things that he did. He's got Norman Rockwell and sketches and original paintings and things from Norman Rockwell. And so basically, like, after he made a bunch of money with Star Wars, just a couple years afterwards, he went, oh gosh, I should be doing something with this. And so for like 47 years, he's been collecting art. Yeah. And we get to see it, which is really great, because usually it was just up at his own properties and nobody got to see it.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited for this museum, and I'm glad that it landed in LA. Nobody else wanted it. Bunch of boneheads. And I think it was Mayor Villaraigosa said, "Hey, we'll give you a spot cheap across from your alma mater at USC," and there we go. So
yeah,
too bad, all you folks who turned it down, because I'm hoping it's a pretty bitchin' museum.
Yeah.
Sean, do you want to take maybe one last topic and then wrap us out?
Yeah, sure. So those of us who grew up in the Los Angeles area saw a lot of films at the Cinerama Dome. When Star Wars had the prequel trilogy, they were showing them at the Chinese theater, except something happened and there was a scheduling conflict. They couldn't get the theater, and they had to move Star Wars Episode 3 to the Cinerama Dome, which is down the street and around the corner on Sunset Boulevard. It's right across the street from KTLA Channel 5 Studios, and it's had a really big career showing films in the Cinerama, which is a 3-camera process at a very wide screen. So like 2001, It's a Mad, 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 Mad World, How the West Was Won, a bunch of things like that. That basically was like, it's like projecting 3 movies at the same time, and they're all lined up so that they overlap perfectly, and it's really kind of amazing. And then there's also CinemaScope, which is a 1-camera process with an anamorphic lens, which spreads out the image onto the widescreen. And Colleen and I have seen a whole bunch of movies there over the years. I think the very last one we saw right before they shut down was Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Close Encounters of the Third Kind was a Columbia picture, and it was the very first premiere that Columbia did as a company, and it was at the Cinerama Dome. And so Sony feels a particular connection to that theater. They have decided to step in after a guy has been there's been one guy who's been championing the reopening of the Cinerama Dome, which closed during COVID. The ArcLight film complex next to it, which was also state-of-the-art, closed during COVID. And so this guy's been championing this thing. Sony has stepped up. They say they're going to buy it. They're going to refurbish it. They're going to open it. And so they lit it up recently with the colors of their Close Encounters premiere to get a little thing. They're going to take the boarded up parts of it down. And it's a fixture here in LA that I've seen so many movies there over the years, and really glad that it's coming back. It's just one of those theaters that I really, really love. And it's better than knocking it down. And it's a big geodesic dome sort of a thing. It's like half of Spaceship Earth at Epcot. And it's It's just a terrific. Did you ever see anything over there, Jeff?
No, I've never. No, the most movies I've seen in LA were basically with with you guys.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to get you down there, and
Probably.
since Columbia has taken it on, and Sony is taking it on, I have to assume they'll do a Ghostbusters event there eventually.
Oh, would hope so. Yeah.
Yeah, so it should be really great. So I think it will be an awful lot of fun, and I'm just glad that they're not knocking the stupid thing down.
Yeah.
All right.
I saw E.T. there.
Yeah, I saw E.T. there, and Star Trek 4.
An Alien.
Yeah. Terminator 2, I think
Actually,
we saw there too.
Aliens.
Didn't we?
Yeah, we saw Terminator 2.
Yeah,
Aliens.
which was good. I took Colleen to 2001. She wasn't thrilled.
Yeah, I understand. Starfest.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
I don't like the sound of people breathing in spacesuits, apparently.
Right. And
It's the equivalent of what you guys feel like when you hear people eating.
yes.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about Stanley Kubrick?
He's a freak.
There you go. So
Yeah. There you go.
now we know. Anyway, gosh, I guess that's it for us. Thanks for hanging out with us this evening. Always great to have your company. You can join me tomorrow at 9 a.m. on sci-fi.radio, where we will do Good Morning Tatooine. We will wrap out the week on Friday with music and stuff. Go to that website, sci-fi.radio. Check out the news stories and trailers and things that we have up there for you, some of which we talked about tonight. And then we will not be back next week.
Yeah.
We're taking a week off because Costume College is in town, and we are volunteering there and otherwise working the event. So sorry about the week off. Do something worthwhile with your Thursday night. Or if you're coming to Costume College, come say hi to us. It'd be great to see you
We'll
guys
be
there.
at check-in, so
That's
if
right.
you're coming to Costume College on Thursday night, you will see us.
So easy to find. And if you're watching us on Twitch or Facebook or YouTube, thank you. If you have liked and subscribed and whatnot, thank you again. We're very grateful for your attention and your time and any value that you guys put on us. And we value you guys right back. So thanks for hanging out.
I'm calling Kaylee Crosby.
This is Jeff Donoho.
I am Sean Obi-Shawn Crosby, as always.
May
the
the
force
May the Force
be with you.
with you.
I put together a new credits screen here, which I think is sort of fun. Since we've gone to this whole comic book thing, so now we're all Charlie Browned, which is kind of fun. So I'll leave this up for you guys for a little bit for the video, so you can read it. Although that's not the important part. It's just I'm not good at writing comics. I can draw them, which I did. I drew this. No AI, baby. And but we will see you guys next week.